to the lower class the rubber ball because they must to see that, and the lower class will witness how the priest start climbing the building, living back again the sun god in his house, because the lower class saw when the sun came down. Now they could see how he's coming back in his house. And what happened after that? They came up there. They gave a message. Let's make a party. All of them gonna start celebrating that. Why? Because they knew after the sun god victory, the rain will come. The lower class knew after that we have to go with our family to prepare our cornfield. The planting time is coming. The upper class were happy because they knew after that the lower class they're gonna start working. So everybody happy. It's a new, my friends, with that ritual or not, the rain will come anyway. But also they knew it's important to do it. Otherwise, they're not gonna start working. So through the time, the way how they educate them to work turns into a tradition, custom, obligatory to do it. You know, that's why I was telling you before, it's like Christmas, it's like Easter, it's like Halloween, you know? We celebrate that, and we never stop asking why we celebrate that, why we're doing that. Never. Why? Because we're busy. Same thing happened here. They were busy, they were concerned, you know? No chance for thinking, no chance for ask, no chance for watch.
Yeah. Did they ever find any rubber ball there?
Yeah. That's why we know that they use a rubber ball. That's why we know they took from the rubber trees, you know. And inside, my friends, I'm gonna show you a carving. Let me see if you can see it because the sun. But there is a carving inside. Let's see. Look, this is a carving. It's hard to see it, but it's right here. You can see how one of the guys kneeling down, no head, and the other guy is holding his head, you know, right here. And between them, the skull. That carving we're gonna see inside.
Okay.
The guy kneeling down, my friends, without head is representing the rain. The other guy holding his head is the jaguar, holding the sun god head, which is drought. The religion way to explain rain season, drought season, you know? And that's why we know the building was a church. But I was telling him, it's normal to hear and watch. The winner dies because the Europeans explain that ritual like that, like a game. For example, 70s, 90s, archaeologists relate that with the Colosseum in Rome. And when they saw the carvings with one guy without head, they thought gladiators. So who was this guy, the loser, the winner? And they start saying, maybe it was winner, maybe it was loser. That will be, my friends, only one romantical way to explain the culture. You know why? Because I told you, only the rich people could be there. And the rich people, they never gonna die for poor people. It doesn't have any sense. It was just symbolic, my friends. Symbolic, only symbolic. Okay? So they did that 4 times a year during the season. See, justifying the 4 season. The weather is going to change because that's, okay? So that's why the ball court, my friend, name was Xibalba, and the name of the ritual was Pok Ta Pok. When they hit the ball with elbows and hips, the sound was Pok Ta Pok. Don't forget this. The winner will explain the loser history, okay? And even us in the school, we start study history with this subject. When America was discovered. Today we know America never was discovered because America was already there.
Right.
So telling that kids in their mind was where was America, you know? And they start thinking if America was here, so obviously those guys who discovered us educate us. They brought knowledge to us. The truth is not. My ancestors, they had descent, power than Europe, Africa, Asia, but obviously explaining with their own ways.
Right.
Different styles, but same targets.
But they had the same science.
Exactly. See? Let's see the ball court. Everywhere. Not just everywhere. All the food. And always the winner with
Vertical basketball.
This is the court.
they build it like this size for 2 reasons.
Basketball.
The first reason was to scare the lower kids. Okay, because this place was the underworld, Xibalba. the dark side.
Right.
And the rulers were telling them only us knew how to get into the world, underworld, and left the underworld. Okay? The second theory why it's bigger, the building, is because for the ruler was a sacred place for meditation. See? Let me say this. Let me say this. This is the sun god, my friends. This is the sun god kneeling down. Look, kneeling down without head. You can see the snakes coming out from the body. His head is right here. Eyes, nose, mouth. This guy is holding it from the hair. At the same time, he's holding a knife and a shield. Between them, you can see the skull inside. See? That's why the lower class learned it from the upper class like that. Drought season, rain season. No water, yes, the guys are down here, right? The water comes, yes, they found the exit, that's the door. They found the exit, that's why they brought the rain up from the dark side. On the meantime, the ruler used that with philosophy. How? You need to die to reborn again. Life after death. The only way to get here is passing through this guy. And that guy is not representing death, it's representing our fears. It's necessary to fight against who? Ourselves, our fears. And normally when we start fighting against our fears, it's because we are chasing our goals. It's because we just decide to not follow the rules. We decide to change our mindset, and that is complicated because we're gonna fight against rules. Because when you feel that you are in the dark side, at the end you did it, and then you become wiser. And maybe some people they're gonna start telling you you got lucky. No, you hard work, you sacrifice your comfort zone. It's knowledge. That's why failure, success, pain, happiness, that. But the Easters never explain with that concept to the lower class. They use religion. It's the drought season, it's the rain season, it's the bad side, it's the good side, Don't be like this, be like that.
They did not leave anything carved out with
They
the
have a
knowledge.
lot of those books, but unfortunately, when the Spanish came here, they burned all of them. That's why they lost a lot of information. When sunset behind of that door, winter, spring and autumn and summer over there. See? Look those block size, small blocks. And now look that size, blocks, big blocks. That's why listen the acoustic, it keeps bouncing.
Echoes.
That's why we know the high priest sitting up there. He could talk with the musician normal voice and they could hear them because the acoustic, my friend. Now, how that ritual consists? 7 in that side and 6 in that side, and they run like that. Look, back and forth, back and forth.
It was like basketball.
See, like basketball. But don't forget, in their mind, honestly with you, the rulers, they don't care if they put the ball there or not. There was not a judge. There was not an arbiter watching them. So what for them was important? To explain the lower class, the rainy season is coming after the ritual events. That's it. That was their target. Okay, they create these rituals, so they create the rules, and they could manipulate the rules as well.
In your culture, do you guys also believe in reincarnation?
Yes, that's why they thought when the sun god and the jaguar came from the dark side, they came with the corn god too. It's when the corn got on surface, he started planting his special seeds, and this when we came from the corn. That's why the Maya thought they came from the corn, and that's why when somebody dies, the bodies they put them underneath of their houses because they were planting the bones. They were not burial the bones. They were planting the bones to grow up. It's a metaphor related with reincarnation. That's correct.
We also believe in reincarnation.
The same thing happened, and this is example. Look, life, death, reborn, die again. This is the life cycle. Okay.
I have a question. What's that building? What's that building over there?
Is the high priest was sitting up there, and the musician over there, so they could talk with him, with normal voice, and that guy could hear them because the acoustic. That's why the acoustic. That's why the people clapping, yelling, because they're proving the acoustic. The name of the ritual, my friend, was Pok Ta Pok. When they hit the ball with elbows and hit the sun was Pok Ta Pok. See? They never call it ball game, ball court, basket. No, it's Pok Ta Pok. See? And Xibalba was the name of the place, you know. For the rulers, this was a ritual related with their initiation. It's like us with Christian with baptismus, the same concept. So when they left this building, symbolical way, they left their past behind and they're reborn again. It's like the phoenix bird coming from the ashes, something like that. Let's go back in the shade.
This is Kevin, this is the helmet, está parado, este, el casco. Plumas de corazón.
Politics, economy, and scientists.
Right.
See, we're still using those powers, nothing has changed. Even in your country, my country today, there are some families controlling them. The same thing happened here, okay? If you walk 800 meters in that direction, you will see the Cenote Sagrado. Cenote Sagrado, 800 meters. It's not for swimming, just for pictures.
I wish I could go inside that, but they closed it off because people did bad stuff in there. They were making their own drawings, but they wanted to keep it ancient, so they banned everyone from going in there. Well, the people that went in there are so lucky. Imagine going in there. Alright guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, smash that like button. And this is part 2 of that video. And this is the end of this ancient 2 parts. Check out the first video if you didn't. And bye.